Hey guys, it's John, ReelBlue Custom Rods, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss this right here with air carbon mesh. Now, if you saw the previous video prior to this, it's where I use the air carbon mesh as a under wrap for a fishing rod that I'm doing. I want to use this for an under wrap, and I showed you how to install air carbon mesh. And now I want to just build on that because I think this is a great opportunity, as you can see here, as a couple lessons learned and some things I talked about in that previous video. And then now I'm left with this flap of air carbon mesh right here. So the great thing about air carbon mesh is it comes a little tacky. And then, so I've already measured, laid down my air carbon mesh and applied one coat of color preserver to it as instructed, right? But after the color preserver dried and the rod just sat here for a little bit, like a day or so, this is what happened. And so how do I negotiate this, right? You cannot get frustrated or weirded out, if you will, when you're messing around with air carbon mesh. I think sometimes it plays on you, at least it does with me in my brain, like, oh my God, something's wrong. I've got to cut this back, or I've got to do whatever, right, to make sure that that's flat. Again, all I've applied is one coat of color preserver. But now I'm getting ready to do my overwrap, and I want that to lie flat. The only thing I have to do to fix that is hit it with my heat gun. And if I add just a little bit of heat, just like that, just a little bit of heat, that is going to lay nice and flat for me. And that seam essentially is going to kind of fade away. And now I'm ready to move forward with my overwraps, if you will, with the guide. So as you may recall in the previous video, I just kind of showed how I measured out the guide, and you can see that I went a little bit past the toes of the guides itself. I wanted it to not finish right on. I wanted to finish it at an edge. That way I can give myself a little bit of a ramp. And then all I'm going to do is make sure my rod's lined up. I'm going to grab a couple pieces of tape. I'll use this one first. And then I will apply a piece of tape to hold that there. Same thing here. And then I like to do one piece of tape like width and where I'm going to start my thread wrap. And then I'll come back in here. Again, this is just a technique on how I do it, right? I could easily come in here and just add my tag wraps and then build the wrap up off of that. But this is how I like doing it. And then of course I need to clean that little spot right there. But what I'll do is I'll lay that piece of tape down, and then I'll come back with my purple size D nylon thread, right? I'm using nylon thread because I want to make sure that I get good penetration with the finish. I want that epoxy to penetrate this thread wrap, or these thread wraps, if you will, all the way down through the thread wraps, all the way down over the guide feet, and then of course all the way down through my ACM or my air carbon mesh. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this little working end here with my scissors, and then I'm just going to quickly wrap this, as you'll see. And I'll wrap right up to the air carbon mesh, and then I'm just going to kind of keep going right above the top. And I mean, there's a little space there. I'm totally good with it. All right, wrap down to my tape. And then because I'm using tape to hold this, I'm going to pull the tape away. So I'm pulling with the seam, away from the seam. I don't want to pull the other direction and pull against that flap of that ACM that I laid down. Then I'm just going to wrap all the way down right there. And then I'm going to double back. I'm doing a double overwrap. There we go. And then I'll come down here and I'll grab my piece of thread, my little loop thread, pull that working end through. All right, and then I'll release some pressure off of that spool. Push that thread through the loop. All right, and then give it a good tug. All right, and then what I'll do is I'll peel this piece of tape off. And I'll come back. I'm going to do the same thing down here. Just like that. And then put my tape on here. All right. And then I can come back with my thread. And then I use my burnishing tool just to pack that in initially. And then come back with my scissors. Or your razor blade, whichever you prefer to cut that. And then I'll wrap down right to that ACM, and then I'll just start kind of coming over that. There we go. Oops. Then I'm just going to use my burnishing tool, just I got a little curve in there. It's really not that important, to be honest, because I'm doing the double overwrap. All right, we're just going to pick up right here. I'm going to wrap down, pull that tape off. And then come back over with my double overwrap. And I can come back with my loop or my thread or monofilament, whatever you're using for your loop to pull through. I'll wrap down to the end. All right. And then I'll cut that, take that working end. Pull that through. And lock that in nice and tight. And then that's it. And then now all I got to do is take this tape off. And I can leave this guide wrap like this, or I can add some tag wraps if I want to. And I'm going to add some tag wraps. You can see if you're interested and want to see what it will look like. This is what I'm going for right here. So that's what that will look like. But I want to show you another example of the ACM. And again, not to scare you, it's all in an effort to educate. And look at this one here. So you can see how this piece of ACM, you know, after I added my color preserver, it's kind of peeled back and stuck up in the air. So all I do is I want to make sure that I'm still pulling very flat on that. I don't want it to create a bubble. And then I'm just going to push it back down. But to make sure it doesn't do that again, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of heat. You can see where that stood up. Right as I hit it with the heat, it stood up, but it made it tacky. And then now I'm just using my finger to push it down so it will tack on itself. And then I'm good to go. So again, I just wanted to show you another way to do that, to fix that ACM, to make sure it's going to stay down. So the key here again is don't get frustrated. If you're using ACM for the first time, or numerous times if it didn't happen to you the first time, and you apply that color preserver and it peels back on you like that, hit it with just a little bit of heat. And I'm telling you, just a little, it's not a lot. You just a little bit of heat and you'll feel that thing tack up right away. And then you just use your finger, rotate the rod, get it nice and tight and flat and smooth, and then you should be good to go. So, hey guys, I hope this video helped. Please let me know if you have any questions down in the comments block. Make sure you guys watch this next video here and make sure you hit the like button. Appreciate you. Till next time, guys, take care. Bye.